Hello, what's up everybody? What's going on? 1 second. I think I can make this look a little prettier on the screen here. Looks like a large window for some reason. Alright, 1 sec. Here we go. Let's do that. That looks good. What's up? How's it going? So I'm live streaming again, and this is the first time on the new channel that we're going to do actual boundary breaking. I kind of figured, you know, we've done a lot of playing with the fans. We did something a little special by playing Donkey Kong Country for the 25th anniversary. And I think the time is now to take your requests and play various GameCube games and boundary break them. So this idea is probably going to be games that either we never cover on the channel or games that I have covered on the channel, and now we can just kind of take a much better look. So I'm going to take your feedback, and real quick, let me just check out the chat. We got Magnumation. How you doing, sir? Let me know how your day's going. It's really rainy over here. I actually kind of want to walk in it. It's like insanely rainy. Squeegee, the Squeegee Squad. How's it going, sir? Sequoia Roster. Wow, you guys have some really weird names, I'm telling you. Solace and Dread. That's a weird name. No, I'm just kidding. What's going on, dude? Says you're ducking me in Smash. I don't think so, sir. I don't think that's true at all. I'm pretty sure DMs are open, and you never messaged me. Let me check. I'm gonna check this out. Solace and Dread. Solace and Dread. Alright, let me see. It says I co-op stream every year if you want to join it. Oh, for the Game Awards. I might be down for that. It depends. That's one of those things where I have to be committed to do it, and then, you know, life could get in the way, and I'm very bad about schedules. It's kind of one of the best things about being a YouTuber. You can work on your own schedule. Alright, so anyways, we'll talk more about that. But in the meantime, let me put a word out on Twitter, and then we'll get started. How about that? Don't go anywhere. This will take 2 seconds. Just typing it up right now. You can hear me typing on my keyboard. Live streaming your favorite, I don't know, let me see. Boundary breaking guy. Doing actual boundary breaking and taking your requests. Pile in. Let's have fun with it. There we go. Okay. Cool. That should probably bring a couple of people in. Alright, what do we got? We got 17 people right now. Whatever, man. That's cool. Nice tight family unit. I'm gonna make I'm gonna fix that for you, but I also want to be able to look at the chat at all times, so. Uh-oh. Is the chat okay? Yeah, it looks like it's okay. You want more Luigi's Mansion? Okay. We can definitely get back into Luigi's Mansion for sure. I got that on here, so pop out the chat. So stay tuned, man. If you want to do some boundary breaking of Luigi's Mansion, I think I got you covered. Why is this not behaving properly? Oh my god, this pop-out chat is being so lame. It's literally sticking to the one size that it starts with, and when I stretch out the window, it stays the same size. It's just the window gets bigger. What? Okay. Fine. No problemo. Alright, we're getting started right now. Well, right now as in I'm going to adjust this window for you so that you can actually see what's going on here. I think it's this one. Well, I just want to make it bigger. you to see as much as possible. Because what I did here was it's not full screen anymore because I want to be able to look at the chat. Floating it around. Professional streaming guy right here. There. A little stretchy. That should do for now, though. Okay. Now I'm going to read the chat. We got... yeah, F in the chat for the window chat, for sure. 19 peeps. Yeah. All right, so something I always wanted to see in Luigi's Mansion is going through the wall next to the telescope before it disappears. It's going to be a tall order, my friend. That means I have to make a lot of progress in Luigi's Mansion before we get there. But that is a really good request, and I'll try to keep in the back of my mind if I ever do like a long play of Luigi's Mansion while boundary breaking. This isn't solitaire. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I hope that you'll stick around. Can you do Mario Sunshine? I can, absolutely. But we're going to start off with something simple and clean, and not Kingdom Hearts related. We're going to do Super Smash Bros. Melee. And the reason for that is because all of the assets to the game are immediately available to you. There's no additional progress you need to make in the game in order to see everything you want to see. It's like the Ringu girl is writing out Smash Brothers right now. This is the one with Luigi. Oh, there's a sun here. Look at that. I never noticed the sun. What does this say? It says first Griffor? What the heck does that say? First Griffor. What does that mean? I mean, Smash Brothers makes sense. But then first Griffor. Somebody find out what Griffor means. Okay. Alright. Let's get into... Where is it? Adventure mode. Choose your character. Can I try looking at F-Zero today? It depends. It depends on what the chat really wants. Yeah, so we're throwing out games. 30 peeps. All right, nice. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. Again, if you're in the chat right now, all 30 of you, as we're playing the game, just tell me what you want to see, and I will absolutely do my best to fulfill that request. Who do we want to pick so that I can look inside the model? I'm going to wait and see what the chat says for which character we pick to look inside of while we're in adventure mode. A Crash Team Racing episode of Boundary Break? I think I'd be down, honestly. It's possible. Alright, the first one I saw was Bowser, so we'll do Bowser. Bowser! Ready? Go! Okay. So, first thing we want to do is we want to look in adventure mode. Because adventure mode is a highly restricted area as far as camera control. And since you picked Bowser as your first candidate of boundary breaking, we'll take the camera inside of Bowser and see how that looks. Just want to slow down the camera a little bit. It's always good to slow down the camera when you're looking inside of character models. There we go. Okay. Is there anything interesting in here? There's a lot of black void. What is that? Oh, is it his mouth? That's his mouth. Okay. So here's the inside of his mouth. As you can see, That's his tongue. What is that? The front of his mouth? Let's find out. That's the back of his mouth. Okay. So right now we're coming in from the back. Have I seen Rick and Morty Season 4 Episode 1 yet? I liked the first episode of Season 4. I'm very excited for the rest of the season, honestly. So he's got big teeth, and his tongue seems to flatten out on the sides. But his tongue does have some protrusion right there. It's very interesting. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can taunt. Oh, I don't have the taunt button set up, but I can do that. So let's see how it looks. Just speeding things up. There we go. Let's see how it looks when we go in. So yeah, that's actually about the same. So that's how it's supposed to look beyond belief on my end, I gotta say. So anyways, that's Bowser. Let's try actually doing his... Uh-oh. No, that was not intended. Let's try doing his up B and see what happens with this. One of the things I love about Super Smash Bros. For Ultimate, I said for Ultimate, as if it's a system, is they allow you to get rid of the particle effects when you pause. That really helped out for the episode. I know, that tongue though. Let me see. I hate to go already, but I've got stuff to do. I might be back. See ya. And remember, solitaire time. Bye, James. Squeegee says, alright, I'm back now for real on computer. Nice, dude. Good to have you here. 36 people. Nice. Like I was saying to everybody, if you just showed up, you can absolutely drop requests on what to look at in the chat. You will most likely get your request fulfilled if you talk about the game that's currently on screen, but we will be switching between games on this stream. So not into Super Smash Bros. Melee. We might be checking out Super Mario Sunshine. It's very possible. Ooh, there's like a giant ooh, I almost swore. A concave space for Bowser's face. That's kind of cool. Wow. The only trouble here is the program that I'm using currently. It doesn't play well with the fact that I'm not in full screen. So you might notice a little bit of jitteriness, but I'm kind of a pro at this point. Not to toot my own horn, but so it shouldn't be as bad as it would have been like 2 years ago. Here's a zoom out of the Mushroom Kingdom. Isn't that nice? It looks a lot smaller when you zoom it out like this, doesn't it? Have I played the Melee remake in Brawl or Smash 2? No, I haven't. I know that they did incredible things. I played a little bit of Project M. That was oh, I guess that's what you're talking about. So yeah, I guess I did play a little bit of it. I don't think I got to play the last build, but yeah, it was very impressive. And the fans certainly know what we're looking for. Like for example, alternate costumes for characters like Ness, and fixing taunts, and fixing the moveset for Wario. And it's cool because you can kind of tell that although Project M kind of got shut down, Sakurai then kind of took the and you know, he might deny it in interviews. There might be people watching this right now, and then like Sakurai might feel the need to address it in a later interview. But I guarantee he looked at what was done in Project M, and he clearly used some of the stuff that fans adjusted, which is totally fine by me. I love that. All right, any requests so far on the game? Oh man, I didn't map all the buttons for this. Map all the buttons here, so I have to jump with the analog stick only, and I can't taunt. Not unless I fix it. I always hated that. I'm so glad they fixed it. That was one of the reasons why I hated using Bowser in this game. Is because it didn't feel like you were using Bowser. The fact that he runs like a car when he starts running is the stupidest thing. Is the single stupidest thing in Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I dare you guys in the chat to tell me what's stupider in Super Smash Bros. Melee. But this is the stupidest thing in the entire series, I think. He runs like a stupid car. How did this happen? I feel like when you pick Bowser for this level, all the Koopas and Goombas should get out of the way for Bowser. I feel like that should just be like a weird Easter egg. No! No! Oh, what happens when the Koopas go inside their shell? That's a good question. All right. Let's find out. Let's find out. Gotta slow it down. I bet you this will be fun. I'm already seeing something right here. Look at this. Before it even goes inside. Look at. You can see something. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Again, it's the camera. It's not me. There we go. Oh, what's that? What's that in there right there? Let's find out. On the next stream. No, I'm kidding. 36 people. Thank you all so much for joining me. Seriously. What? What? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look how tiny this is. That's his shoe, I think. That is his shoe. So that's his limb shrunken down like crazy. But it's not invisible. So that's kind of great. Good request. Very good request. Okay. I'm trying to see what else. Like, I see that there's like two models here kind of inside of each other. I'm just trying to figure out what this other part is. So if I go really, really slow. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that's like the nubbins for the sock part of his shoe, I guess. And you can see how everything kind of conjoins together to kind of make like a hexagonal pattern. It's nice. I love that stuff. It's not really easy to talk about on Boundary Break, but you see that a lot, and it oftentimes creates art in its own. Alright, let's try to find his head. I'm already seeing things here. There's some limbs. Okay. How about it, guys? Let's find his head. There it is. Okay. It's actually one of the largest parts of the shrunken down limbs. So, here we go. Here's the Koopa head. Oh. Alright, he does not look pleased. Yes, so there's some more of his limbs. Those are his hands down there. There's his face. And as we zoom out, 45 people, thank you so much. Alright, zoom out. There you go. So there's the shell. This is how I do this on Boundary Break. Is first I find the things, and then I figure out a good camera angle to zoom in on so that the viewer can get that perspective as best as possible with as little amount of time as possible. So right now, this is what I'd be doing. I'd find the head, and then I would look at the shell from this angle, and then I already know that if I push the camera forward, we're going to see it. Right there. So that's where his head is in conjunction with the rest of his shell. There you go. Something like that. Isn't that cool? Alright. So we're moving on. Again, throw out requests as you see fit. Dunk. 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 There we go. Dabba dabba! Well, that worked out great. How far off screen do the Goombas go when you hit them? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so like when you do that. Let's find out. Let's get into that. Alright. Goomba distance right now. Right now we're trying to figure out just how far the Goombas go. Just want to make sure the fog is disabled. I thought it was. But there you go. Not too... It goes pretty far. But I want to see where these guys go in the foreground. Alright, you ready? Ah! Dang. Probably not much further than that, though. Whoa, Robot Boy's leaving? Oh, your battery's dying. Okay. Well, it was good hanging out with you, man. Alright. And then, here's the goal, right? Again, you can't really see much further than this, because the camera normally only does, like... Oh, wait, what? Did the game developers mess up on this? I could have sworn that you could only get like see this much, and then it would. That's it. Well, that spoiled the surprise. All right. Exactly. Why is Bowser killing his soldiers? It makes no sense. But I guess that just means he's that bad of a guy. Oh, take a look at the toad. I messed up there. Sorry. What the? What the? That's not supposed to happen. Well, someone looks a little pleased with himself. I need some coffee. Where did Mario go? Where's Mario? Does he... Okay, we got Mario now. Bowser eats the peach. By the way, I like that it's canon now that Bowser just loves Peach, and, you know, it's not up to the imagination anymore about whether or not he wanted to eat her or something like that. You ever see those constant YouTube videos that just craps on Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and like they go through the trouble of saying like stuff like, "Oh yeah, but Mario looks so out of place." It's like, well, they kind of introduced the highly detailed genes in Melee, you know, and he's even darker in colors and stuff like that in this than he was in Brawl. There's the inside of his mouth. Oh, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. Here we go. We fixed it. Here's the inside of his mouth. 48 people. Wow. Seriously. Alright, so anyways, I know that there's new people here, and I constantly have to say this, and I apologize. But, if you want to make a request while I'm covering a game on Boundary Break, oh, looks like you can absolutely leave a request in the chat. I am reading the chat. Okay, so someone said, can you check out the waterfall? Sure. How can you like one Smash game and dislike another? I can tell you how. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to check out this waterfall upon request. Okay. The waterfall. The waterfall. Sure. So somebody just wants to see, I think they want to see how far the river goes. And actually the river doesn't go very far at all. Very quickly stops. We're going to take the camera inside the waterfall. And there is something a little bit special about this waterfall. I don't know if you can see it already. But let me see. But if you take the camera through the geometry of the waterfall, you can see that there is another layer underneath the waterfall that is aquatic looking, but it's dirt. It's dirt, but it has a bluish hue to it. Something that you can't see while the waterfall is running, which is really cool. Looks like you can only kind of see it down here. And even then, it's very faint. So here's another cool thing. You can only see this very briefly in adventure mode, actually, while you press start to play. But there's actually an environment in the foreground here that you cannot see while you're playing in-game. That includes a flower bed. Hey, what's up, Paper Patio? How you doing? How's your day? Let me see. Oh, geez, yeah, I know. Someone just asked about the Luigi fight, where it's a little bit difficult. You have to like, oh, wow, look at that. Anyways, I was going to say there's a Luigi fight if you complete the first stage at a certain time, and then Luigi will pop out. And I don't remember how to do it exactly, so I can't do it. And plus, I already beat the stage. Check this out, though. Inside the flower bed is another flower bed, and it's just flat. It looks like what the developers decided to do here. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much to figure out what happened. The devs probably just figured, oh, we'll make a flat texture, and this will represent the flower bed. And then during production, they thought, no, we kind of need some 3D geometry here to kind of give the flower bed some depth. So they ended up giving it some 3D geometry and placed it on top of the existing flower bed. It's kind of cool, right? So anyways, we're going to move over here, and now we can get a good look at the front door to Princess Peach's castle. There is some unique textures for the rug, which is really nice. Ooh, look at this. And there's some star textures for the castle floor. Isn't that nice? And then the door itself has like these nice looking door handles that are kind of unique looking. Almost look like wings. With a regal pattern on the frame of the door as well. Again, something that would be very difficult to see even if you did see it at the beginning cutscene. So 57 people. Wow. Thank you guys. So anyways, here's a zoom out of that stage right there. Very cool. If you guys are not subscribed to the secret channel right now, this is where you're watching it from, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing more of this in the future. Every Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You're currently in the middle of the correct time zone for you. Yeah. So, alright. Here we go. Let me finish off this stage and then we can move on. Go. All right, what we got here? It's wait. It says JZS Pro says it's waiting until the announcer starts counting down from 5 on the first mission. Once he does, cross the finish line. Oh, that's easy enough. To unlock Luigi, you must clear the first level in adventure mode, and with a 2 as the second. That's what I thought it was. It was like this crazy thing where it had to be a specific number. All right, PK Thunder says, I didn't even realize this wasn't your main channel. Oops. Yeah, no problem, man. I know. Cool Plier says, oh, Tetra, could you check out Mr. Game & Watch and whether he's truly flat? He is truly flat, but I'm pretty sure there's some cool stuff that I can show you that kind of defeats that. So now we're checking out this stage. Anybody remember what the name of this stage is? let's see if there's anything inside of this waterfall. Shoots, yep. It's just DK Jungle. Gotcha. Oh, look at this. There's like fully modeled ripples in the water. It's like, I wouldn't call it a cylinder, but it's like a warped cylinder, if anything. Right? So, let's see that in action. How about that? So again, this is what it looks like normally in-game. That's what it looks like, right? It looks very organic, doesn't it? Alright, so now we're gonna take the camera around and see what it looks like out of bounds. Alright, ready? It doesn't even move, it just stays in place. Wow, what a great effect. What a great effect. Alright, what do we got for requests? I'm looking now. Jungle Japes is one with the crocodiles, and the stream is going left. How deep does it go? Let me see. How deep does it go? That's about it. There's nothing underneath the water. Oh, it looks like there's an unused leaf here. It's underneath the water. Check this out. Completely out of the player's perspective. Oh, maybe it's viewable. No way. There's no way it's viewable. There's no way. There's no way. Hold on. Shoot. I think it is visible. All right. Anyways, we're gonna look inside the house now. Yes. Yes, you can hear the DK theme in the background. I wish this was a voice chat so that I could hear you guys do your interpretation of the rap. Wish we had Grant Kirkhope here. So this is on the inside of the cabin. And looks like the only significant thing to mention here is that there's an entirely rendered floor on the inside of this cabin. But outside of that, there's not much to see. But it's still pretty cool that there's an entirely rendered floor. We should not mitigate that. That is something that is not common. Yeah, cool, a vacant house. I get it. Alright, anyways, moving on. We're gonna beat this stage. Wow, one of the Kongs died without me doing anything. Ah. The stage clear, where they warped the graphics and everything. Look at that. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Everybody wants me to cover Pong. And this is my face every time I hear somebody suggest that I cover Pong. This is She Says his face upon that request. There you go. Make your memes now. Alright, so anyways. Here's some cool things about this stage. I do have an official Discord. Can somebody set up a link for, so that you can join? So here's an outhouse, right? And this is pretty cool. Now, there's nothing inside the outhouse, but there is a hole. Now, why this hole exists, I'm not sure why the developers went for the trouble, honestly. But inside the outhouse is a carved out hole, right? And down below is a crapshoot. a literal crapshoot for poop to go down into the river. Now, I'm not trying to be gross. That's just the facts. There is a poopy hole for the outhouse in Donkey Kong. And actually, that's very efficient, if you ask me. Yeah, it's a nice hole. It's a very ingenious design. You know, us humans, we just constantly make outhouses on dirt, on the ground. But that's not really, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense now, does it? If you make an outhouse on top of a dock over a roaring river, you never have to clean it out. Why aren't we that smart? Anyways, here's Cranky Kong. Did you guys check out the chat? All 60 of you. Oh my goodness. Again, really quick, if you are not subscribed to the secret channel, that's what you're looking at right now. Hit the subscribe button so that you can come back every Sunday at 1 o'clock for more of this. And right now, we're just boundary-breaking GameCube games. We might move on from Super Smash Bros. Melee in just a second, and we'll let the chat decide what game we're going to do. Everyone's saying it's water pollution. Hello. Human waste is a natural occurrence. It's plastic and all the other things that we create that is bad for the environment. But poopy in the water is not, it's not a bad thing, I don't think. Let's get Cranky to walk around a little bit so that it's a little easier to see what's going on. There we go. Okay. Alright. Donkey Kong in the poop hole for Nintendo Switch. I'd play it. Okay. Alright. You guys are great. Anyways, here's inside of Cranky's cabin. Sorry. One sec. There you go. Oh, not quite. There we go. So you can see he's just a 2D texture. Oh, that's great. It's double-sided in this one. That's good, because then I can show you that he has no legs. He's just like a square. Now, again, some developers call this a cardboard cutout. Some developers call it something completely different. It's very frustrating because there is no set terms for a lot of things in game development. And so when I touch upon it... Oh, what is that? What is that? Hold on, I just want to finish this thought real quick, and then we'll figure out what this white object is in the water. Sometimes I'll use a term that some developers use, but others don't. And so then when other developers who don't use those terms see the episode, I occasionally get people that kind of like, you know, push their glasses against their face and goes, excuse me, where did you come up with this term? That is not what you say in the industry. And it's like, oh, great. We got this guy again. But no, it's... There are a lot of loose terms in the video game industry. All right, what do you guys think this is? Everybody thinks it's the poop. No, okay, gorillas have white poop, I guess. All right, we're going to find out. You guys are ridiculous. Someone just thanked me for showing Cranky. No problem, man. I'm so happy to do this. Okay. Oh! It's the claptrap. Look at that. It's got like the Steve Mail's disproportionate eyes as well. That's kind of cool. $67 people. Thank you guys. All right. Look at the, this is kind of funny. Look at this. So the texture is kind of weak across the body, right? But because the limbs are so small, the detail on the limbs looks so much better and so much more detailed. It's clear to me that the texture is stretching across these limbs and of course the entire body as well. And that's why it's so low quality. But then like the same size textures are being mapped to the feet, and so the feet look hyper detailed because it's a smaller limb with the same size texture. That's cool. It's funny that we got to catch that in time. Here's an entire zoom out of the stage. Nice. Beautiful. That is genuinely beautiful. I actually find that to be very serene. Let me see what the chat's saying. Any big discoveries yet? I think like the only new thing that I found so far is the sun in the menu. Outside of that, I think everything's kind of stuff that I've already found before. Unless chat, am I forgetting anything? The Koopa in the shell is standard stuff. Oh, jeez, of course. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was crunchy. The underground maze. You guys ready for this? This is pretty incredible. Oh, somebody's calling me. Oh, man. Of course, it's the plumber. No. I'm just gonna have to say no. I'm streaming right now, Mr. Plumber. This guy, like, so I called him like 5 days ago about a stain on my kitchen ceiling, and it looked like it was related to the bathroom. And I was a little worried that I had a burst pipe or something. And he immediately responded and was like, "Oh goodness, yeah, turn the water off. I'll come by tomorrow," you know. And he's like, "What's your name?" and everything. And I was like, "Yeah, this is my name. Blah blah blah." And then I tried to get a hold of him. And I was like, you know, when should I expect you? And he never responded. And I'm like, okay, great. And I think in the meantime, there you go. Hold on, I'm just reading some stuff. And I think in the meantime, I realized that it was just because I had poor caulking on my tub, and so the water was leaking through the cracks of the tub. I was really messy. I was trying to wash my dog, and he was being a little fussy, and so some of the water got outside the tub. And I think that's what it was. So I think that's all it is, and I don't think I need to use this plumber, to be honest. I think I just need to get new caulking on my tub. Let me see. Crystal Castle says, "Yay, a new boundary break that isn't a boring interview." You know, fair enough. I get it. Some people just want boundary break, and I'm not here to tell you like, oh, you know, watch all my content, like all my content. But I'll tell you this: I am way more proud of that interview than I suppose you were. You know, like getting to hear the inside perspective of developers is incredibly rare. It's very rare. There's a lot of NDAs that have to be signed. There's a lot of trade secrets within the industry. And you just don't get to hear these incredible stories that these people go through to come up with some of these legendary games that we end up with in the end. And to be able to get 5 people who worked on the original Donkey Kong Country and to share their story was it was a privilege, I feel. And again, I pushed the video so hard, not because I care about the views so much, but because, like, you know, these guys took their time to share their story, and, you know, they expected, I imagine some of them expected that Boundary Break would be a great platform for that, being that, you know, I have a sizable audience. So to see, like, the YouTube algorithm kind of, like, take a dump on that video is so disheartening. It makes me so disappointed in the fact that I couldn't give them the audience that I feel like they deserve. And the stuff that they shared, I personally found fascinating. You know, again, while I was conducting that interview, my jaw was dropping constantly. Like, one of the things that I particularly was like, wow, did I really just get a confirmation on that? Is that Cranky Kong was originally supposed to be the arcade Donkey Kong, and before that, it was all hearsay and interpretation. But, like, Greg Mail straight up said, yes, he was supposed to be the original Donkey Kong. It's crazy. Thunder Solvier says, hey, well, I gotta go. Good looking at the GameCube games. Thanks, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, thanks, Nerdy Girl. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, and I'll say this too. I had some rare documents as well in the video, and I know that's not littered throughout the entire thing, but at certain points when he's talking about, like, for example, the unused moves, Donkey Kong Jr. and stuff like that, I found real documents that showed that there was supposed to be Donkey Kong Jr. in the original game, and it had artwork and everything. It was really cool. But I understand too, like, it works more as like a podcast almost. So you can just kind of like do some chores and stuff like that while you're listening to some of these incredible things. But I spent a lot of time adding visual accompaniment to that video so that it felt like a legitimate video and not just an audio interview. All right, anyways, let's try to finish this level out. Unless there's anything you guys want to see in this level. Do you guys want to see anything in this level? Oh my goodness. Someone said I thought it was cool with a K. What is that? Is that just part of the environment? What's that? There's just a floating part of the environment here. That's so cool looking. Isn't that cool looking? Look at this. Wow. Wow. That is nuts. I'm looking at the chat right now. Where did the castle go? I think it's still technically there. You know, if I put it in wireframe mode, I could probably tell you for sure. It might be invisible too as well. Here's the bottom of this platform. Once again, conjoined textures. Oh Jesus. Where are we at? There we go. There we go. I see. Okay, so the environment floating around, that's normal. Alright, how about it, guys? Oh, jeez, really? Of course. Says interviews should be saved for the Secret She Says channel, in my opinion. I appreciate that opinion. I know it's just your feedback. I disagree. I think that interviews fit really well into Boundary Break. I think there's a lot of people that view Boundary Break as a learning experience, and interviews with game developers is one of the strongest learning experiences you could possibly get in game development. And so, although the main channel is primarily Boundary Break, I personally am of the philosophy that people who watch the channel generally just like to learn things, and so an interview with game developers I think is something that is very valuable. So valuable that it would be a shame if it was stuck on a channel with a smaller audience, you know? Okay, how about we move on to another game? You're breaking the boundary of knowledge with the interviews. Thank you, Tom Armstrong. All right, anyways, we're going to move on. We're going to pick a different game now. What game do you guys want to see? I'm going to give you some options. We have Super Mario Strikers, Super Mario Sunshine. We have Punch-Out. We have Pikmin, Luigi's Mansion, as well as I want to pick games that I know will do really well on stream. Mario Kart Wii, I think I have Fire Emblem on here. Looks like we got 2 for Punch Out so far. Punch Out. Alright, looks like Punch Out is really doing well here. I think we're going to do Punch Out. Oh, hold on. 1 second. We're going to condense it now. We're going to... Oh, alright. So we got Luigi's Mansion, we got Punch Out, and we got Sunshine. So... I wish I could do polls here on the chat. Can I? No, doesn't look like it's an option. That's a shame. Alright. Right now, type in either Luigi's Mansion, Sunshine, or Punch Out. I see 1, 2, 3 for Mansion, 1 for Punch Out, 1 for Sunshine. Straw poll. Somebody make the straw poll real quick. I'll All right. I think it's Luigi's Mansion. Let's do it. It's all right. Next time I'll do straw polls, but it's looking pretty strong in favor of Luigi's Mansion. So let's do it. I just need to make sure that it actually shows right back up on stream. I don't know if it will or not. Taking a look. Alright. Let me know. Is it showing up on stream? I think I might have to make another window. What's the next boundary break? I'm thinking it's going to be... okay, it doesn't look like it's popping up. 1 sec. I think the next episode of Boundary Break is going to be Red Dead Redemption 2. Wait a second. This isn't right. That's so weird. Okay. One second.
Hello?
Oh, that's so strange. Okay, so it's not a boundary break stream if something doesn't go wrong. And it always likes to go wrong. So what's happening right now is my OBS, my streaming software, is supposed to pick up on all active windows. And right now it shows the window for the game, but when you select it, it just shows the menu for Dolphin, which that's not right. And it's not supposed to do that. Alright, I think what I'm going to do to circumvent that, though, is I'm just going to show you my desktop. Oops. I want to see the chat, too. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're going to fix this right now. Display capture, I think. I believe this will work. No? Is it just going to be completely blank?
Hello?
Man, what a disaster. Okay. Alright. Yuck. Boy, I sure do hate, you know, the complications of streaming. I really do. Discard. Here we go. Got it. I got it. Okay, cool. How about it, guys? We ready for some Luigi's Mansion? Luigi's Mansion dark screen. Boy. All right. Yeah. Understandably so. That kind of lost us some viewers, but we're in. I think. Now the controller's not working. Is that right? Let's find out. Yeah, yeah. Now the controller's not working. This is amazing. All right. I have cursed streams. We got to make this a running joke for all the people who stick around and join every stream. We need to have like an emoji for cursed streams because it happens every single time. None. Just gotta. Okay. All right. Here we go. Right? No. Jeez. All right, guys. I just gotta map the buttons real quick. Oh goodness. Whoa. Did that just cause a crash? Oh boy. Alright. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close out the stream today because clearly we just hit the hour mark. I think that's pretty good for now. I'm just gonna be better prepared for next week. I think I'm gonna have like an actual GameCube controller hooked up. And and just yeah, we're gonna have a much better time next week. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this hour-long stream doing Super Smash Brothers Melee. I know, but next week we'll pick it back up with Luigi's Mansion, and we'll have a blast. This was a lot of fun though, but of course, curse streams. Can I get an F in the chat for curse streams? All right, guys. But yeah, record number here on the channel right now. We got up to 69 people watching concurrently. So that's a huge milestone. Thank you guys so much. And next week, hopefully we'll get a couple more, and we'll have some really cool stuff to show. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And hopefully I'll come back at you real soon with a new Boundary Break episode on the main channel. Bye. You guys have a good week too.